President Trump's tariffs on nearly 100 foreign countries is having an immediate trickle-down effect.
Local cities and counties are making changes to prepare for more expensive vehicles and parts to fix them, as West News' Greg Fox explains.
While the president's tariffs have the auto industry reeling from an overall $11 billion loss in the first quarter that ended in June, the latest round that began Thursday could not only hurt the industry, but local cities and counties across America. American automakers alone lost $2.5 billion in the first quarter, since some of their models are made outside the U.S. or use imported parts. And American-made is the preference of local governments. This is fleet maintenance for the city of Altamont Springs, and it's going to get a real workout during the next year because the city has decided that unless it's absolutely necessary, they're not going to replace vehicles during the next year.
What I've done is I've taken a pretty fiscally conservative approach.
Frank Martz is the Altamont Springs city manager. He says certain vehicles may have to be purchased on an as-needed basis, but otherwise, the city order on everything from police vehicles to public works and all other non-public safety vehicles is to keep them on the road, and if they break, fix them.
We've removed things that we would normally replace in terms of vehicles, and we'll push them off. And so it's a kick the can down the road approach for sure. And next year, hopefully the vehicle costs will be cheaper.
Seminole County government says the tariffs have them making fleet adjustments to avoid a budget increase, eliminating low-usage vehicles and ramping up vehicle sharing. Some employees may switch to using their personal vehicles and be reimbursed for mileage. Ocala had $960,000 budgeted for its fleet, but because of an increase in maintenance with foreign-made parts, this week council approved a $395,000 transfer of funds, raising the budget to more than $1.3 million. The same adjustments may be playing out across Florida as local governments brace for higher fleet costs for an unknown amount of time. Covering Seminole County in Altamont Springs, Greg Fox, West 2 News.
And the Altamont Springs city manager says not just fleet, but construction material prices have been proposing a 9.5% budget decrease. And Seminole County is sending letters of intent to purchase vehicles to providers to lock in their prices now.
All right, let's get a check of that forecast now. The weekend finally here, and we're going to have to be watching the showers.
Yeah, usually I'm excited for the weekend, right? But I'm not really excited for the rain that we're going to see, as the coverage is going to be right around 70%, both on Saturday and Sunday. Now today, though, with widespread rainfall, we have been trending a little bit cooler. In fact, below our seasonal average is where many cities in Central Florida did peak. Your seasonal average in the city, beautiful Orlando, should be 92 degrees, but we hit 90. I don't think we're going to make it back there, as we do have more showers still undergoing. Winter Haven, your high today, 93. Claremont, Leesburg, upper 80s. In fact, most of us were in the upper 80s today. So I could say today was a breath of fresh air, but that breath of fresh air did include heavier downpours, and we'll continue to see them as your storm impacts include the chance for some flooding. We actually have a flood advisory in parts of Orange County currently. Strong winds as well. We've seen some gusts surge up to 30 miles per hour. We could hit that 40-mile-per-hour zone with those outflow boundaries coming in. So that's what we're watching out for, especially right here in Orange, where we have these dark and cloudy skies and the ongoing lightning strikes, courtesy of those sea breezes beginning to collide. Primary winds are coming in from the east at 5 miles per hour, but just an hour ago we had gusts up to 25 miles per hour in Orlando. Elsewhere, 79 in Sanford. You dropped all the way down to 75 degrees in Leesburg as we still have ongoing showers west of the I-4 corridor. Here's a look at the big picture. What's been dictating our weather pattern all week long, it's been this stationary boundary that just has yet to move. It really just parked itself surrounding the I-10 corridor, and that's exactly where it's going to be this weekend, still influencing our forecast as well. So up towards the north, here's a new shower coming in, pushing across the Ocala State Forest, in which we do have heavier rain now just east of I-75 out along the turnpike. As you move further south, Astatula showers in your direction. Tavares, more moderate rain there. We did have some stronger storms pushing across Meadow Woods about half an hour ago, but now lighter rain is in the picture. Downtown Orlando, more moderate rainfall, about an inch per hour across US 192 as you head south into St. Cloud still having ongoing showers coming in from the east in Osceola County, in which we've piled up anywhere between 2 and 3 inches of rain, which is why flooding is still a major concern for us here in Central Florida. Ultimately, as we continue across the rest of your Friday afternoon, all across the I-4 corridor, we're at risk for some heavier downpours, and it's going to stretch all the way between 7 and 8 o'clock before these showers start to lose their steam after sunset. Still along the coast, though, we could have that chance for that east coast sea breeze to return overnight and to start off the morning tomorrow, which may impact our next Kuiper mission for your Falcon 9 launch in Brevard County. Your next 12 hours shape up like this, though. Still impact weather at 7 and 8 o'clock. Lingering showers at 9. We're watching the skies become a little bit drier, though, at 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning before we have some early morning showers along the coast. Out in the tropics, we're monitoring 2 features. One is the disturbance attached to that stationary boundary. The second, Invest 96L. This first system, though, only shows a 10% chance for development. It's going to be swept across the Atlantic with our next frontal system. And off in the center of the Atlantic, Invest 96L shows a 40% chance for development. Its next stage would be a tropical depression in which the spaghetti models are indicating a recurve around the Bermuda High. Great news for us here in Central Florida. Tomorrow, though, temperatures should range between the low 90s or in the low 80s as we start off your weekend with a stationary boundary. But throughout the work week, this is going to dissipate. Therefore, temperatures will rise. Will be a little bit drier between now and the middle of the week, though. We could pocket anywhere between 3 and 5 inches of rain as we still hold on to a decent chance to start off your back to school forecast. 50% coverage on Monday, followed by warmer temperatures Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as we bounce back to the mid 90s.
Most students in Central Florida head back to class on Monday.
And for some children, processing new information can really be a challenge, which is why this time of year can be stressful for any student. But for the millions of children who have learning and thinking differences like ADHD or dyslexia, back to school can really add another layer of pressure. A psychologist with the nonprofit Understood.org says these differences are often misunderstood because they're not obvious to the observer. Parents can play a pivotal role in helping their student succeed.
The start of the school year, formulating a little get to know you letter. Here are some strengths of my child. Here are things that they struggle with. And very importantly, some strategies that tend to work for them.
The nonprofit organization Understood has free resources online to help parents and teachers.
You may want to think twice before ordering fries as your side. A new study found a link between French fry eating and type 2 diabetes. A long-term look at eating habits found that people who ate fries 3 times a week were 20% more likely to develop the chronic condition. But eating other potato styles like baked or mashed did not show the same link.
I'll take them all. All right, one local community is on high alert this afternoon. Still ahead, the unwanted visitor many are keeping a close eye out for.
Today's President Donald Trump's deadline for Russia to end the war in Ukraine or face new sanctions. I'm Christopher Salas at the White House with whether a meeting with Putin is still on the table.
And ICE continues to recruit from state and local agencies from across the country. Why one local sheriff says the agency is going too far.
Grab your umbrella, Central Florida, as we can't seem to escape the rain as we wrap up your work week. And more lies ahead of us this weekend. We'll time out the showers coming up next.
This was a bad decision to try and pull away people that came to your rescue.
ICE is recruiting, but not everyone's on board. Why one local sheriff says the federal agency crossed a line and why he's calling their move a bad decision. Wildfires forcing people from their homes in California. The desperate effort underway to contain the spreading flames.
WESH 2 News starts right now.
And right now at 5:30, widespread showers and thunderstorms are lighting up our first warning Doppler radar.
All right, let's get straight to meteorologist Marquise Mita standing by. Marquise, we're expecting impact weather until at least 7 o'clock.
That's correct. We might actually just extend it one extra hour just to give these storms a little bit of time to burn off, as between now and 8 o'clock, we're watching out for strong storms and, of course, flooding concerns. In just an hour, we can see a quick 1 to 2 inches of rain pile up. In fact, some cities have seen a surplus of rain today. Titusville, 3.02 inches. Alafaya, just shy of 2 inches of rain. Lake Mary, 1.83, and Merritt Island, 1.33 inches. We're taking a look at our tower cam network. It's hard to see off in the distance, just out of a mile, as the showers continue to come down in Orlando, and we will see a little bit of fog out on the road too. So you want to make sure you're driving steady with your hands tight on the steering wheel. 78 degrees in Orlando, winds from the east at 5 miles per hour. Wind speeds have calmed down just a bit in Orlando, but they've picked up elsewhere. We got a 13 mile per hour breeze in Winter Haven, between 10 and 15 mile per hour conditions across parts of Osceola. Also Seminole County, 15 mile per hour conditions off in Sanford right now, but you see the showers are slowly inching their way further out towards the west, as we do have a bit of a push coming in from the east surrounding a system of low pressure. And out along the Gulf Coast, you see Bayonet Point. Look at all these lightning strikes here. So that's where the east coast breeze is meeting up with the one from the west currently, and we have stronger storms in that neck of the woods. Elsewhere, though, as you move across the I-4 corridor in Orlando, rain showers are present across I-75. You're watching the showers come into Anthony currently as we drop towards the south. Lighter rain across Bay Lake, but take a look at all these lightning strikes we've seen in southern Sumter County just about an hour ago. Alcoa, you guys have some strong showers coming in, and further towards the south, we're still watching the rain in Osceola County. So widespread conditions are present tonight, and as we get ready for the weekend, we have a 70% coverage coming your way tomorrow and also on Sunday, but the work week may be a different story. I'll let you know all about it in your certified most accurate 7-day forecast coming up next time I see you.
All right, Marquise. Well, right now at 5:30, it's really not unusual to see different agencies recruiting out there, right? But some sheriffs across Florida say ICE crossed a line.
The federal agency is trying to pull local deputies into their ranks. West 3's Spencer Tracy has the Brevard County Sheriff's response.
ICE is looking to fill positions, but the way they went about it, some sheriffs are fired up about it, including here in Brevard County.
I think all the sheriffs feel the same way. You know, everybody recruits. That's one thing. But the way ICE went about it was backhanded. You know, we came to their rescue and trying to assist them in you know, fulfilling the mission of protecting our country.
With immigration enforcement under scrutiny, ICE is trying to expand its ranks, recruiting local police and sheriff deputies to jump ship.
It wasn't the fact that they were recruiting. Everybody does that. It was the fact that they did it the backhanded way, and especially after we all came to their rescue.
Brevard County Sheriff Wayne Ivey says he's not alone on this. Across the state, Polk County Sheriff has also slammed the move, calling it a slap in the face.
Just be a good partner. Don't do things that way, because that's not how things are supposed to work.
Homeland Security leaders are defending ICE, saying the hiring push is crucial.
With the rise in violence that we continue to see against these officers, with that 1,000% increase, it's making sure that they are safe while they do this job and that they get home to their families at night too is incredibly important.
Sheriff Ivey says no deputies have left his department for ICE, but he wants federal partners to think twice about how they handle recruitment, especially from those who've already been on their side.
This was a bad decision to try and pull away people that came to your rescue. And I get it. I know they got positions to fill, and I understand that. But to use the mechanism they did is what every sheriff was aggravated by.
Covering Brevard County in Titusville, Spencer Tracy, WESH 2 News.